Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up the flag. Family, I need you to smash up the like, smash up the like, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'm going to let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime, in the between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds, starting with dun, dun, dun. Will Calhoun. What's up, Will? This is absolutely perfect. The first person that gets called out on the roll call is Will. And Will is a great name. Everybody know Will is a great name, and it has many meanings. You can have a person named Will, or Will could be associated with having a certain amount of drive, and also being, right? A certain being. And then there's thy will be done, right? I'm thinking thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Lindsey Graham is dead, deader than a doorknob. He went on to the upper room, but then God said, no, hit that reverse, uno reverse, get your ass out of there, kicked him in there, boom, he fell all the way down to the depths of hell. Yeah, man, he out of here. What y'all thought I was going to get on here and be like, oh, Lord, nah, man, no. Okay, I'll pretend that we lost a really good human being, right? So let us pray. Okay, that's enough. The world is a better place. That's right, I said it. The world is a better place. Lindsey Graham was a horrible person. He did no good for America, period. I know some white folks think because he was so racist that somehow, some way that they were benefiting, they benefited nothing. All you people out there that got that racist heart, do you understand what that do to your health? Every day you wake up thinking hate, just all day, every day, hate. I couldn't live like that. This is why I am enjoying my cup of tea with my guy, one of my favorite guys in the world, Malcolm X. If Malcolm was here today, Malcolm would say the chickens have come home to roost. Yeah, man. Yeah. What a wonderful morning. What a wonderful morning. Let me get back into the comments. Craig. What's up, Craig? Poop Pony or something? Chris. What's up, Chris? Christopher Sam. Divine Franklin. Honey Houston. What's up, Chuck Diesel? J Love. I see you, Linda. God fam first. That's what I'm talking about. Donovan. What's up, Donovan Ingram? New Jersey stepping up. Ike Diamond. What's up? Sharon Morgan. Kendrick Ballard. Okay. Lionel Evans. Now, I'm getting ready to get into this article, fam. Give you a little details on what I know about this dude who checked out today at the age of 7. Actually, they say he checked out yesterday, but they just not breaking the news. What a wonderful morning. Has everybody given thanks to God today? Have you given thanks? Have you counted your blessings? Now, I know somebody will invariably jump on here and say, hey, you shouldn't make fun of the dead. Hey, man, somebody still lost a family member. Hey, man. Do you think Lindsey Graham give a damn about you and all of, and your empathy or whatever? Lindsey Graham didn't give a damn about nobody but Lindsey Graham. He didn't care about his family. I do not understand why when people die, you know, somebody can not like somebody their entire life. And then when they die, it's, oh, woe him, oh, woe her, oh, that's sad. No, it ain't to me. It ain't to me. You want people to be considerate. You want people to love you and say nice things about you when you're dead. Well, love the people and say nice things and do nice things when you're alive. So this will be one of my best lives, no doubt. This will absolutely be one of the best lives I've ever made because I am happy. Yeah, normally I bring this news, it'd be bad news. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I'm covering the things that affect us the most, the things that hit you in the pocket, the things that affect your lifestyle. I'm exposing corruption, getting at law enforcement, getting at these crooked judges and crooked corporate execs and politicians and so, but every now and then it's gonna be some good news. Oh, I'm gonna take my time with this one. I'm gonna take my time with this one. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah. So, Johnny B, what up, Johnny? Oh yeah, baby. I'm gonna cook today. I'm cooking Chef Willie D. Chef Willie or D. Willie or D. I'm cooking today. I'm gonna cook. I'm just getting started, man. So. Let's take a look at the article. Per Yahoo, this dude, this was an evil motherfucker. This dude that did nothing but hurt America. Nothing but hurt us. He did nothing but make Americans' lives harder. He did nothing but sow seeds of division. He was a racist. He was a closet homosexual who voted against LGBTQ rights. A hypocrite to the highest degree. A Trump stooge. Oh, I'm going to call it like I see it, baby. I'm going to keep the same energy in his death that I had when he was alive. I said the same thing I'm saying now I said when he was alive. So this ain't nothing new for me. Oh, I followed him. I studied him. He was one of the worst. Let's get into the article. Republican Senator Lindsey Graham, a prominent ally of President Donald Trump, has died at the age of 71. Graham died after a brief and sudden illness, his office posted on X Sunday, without providing further details. Media reports said emergency personnel responded to a call for cardiac arrest at the South Carolina lawmaker's Capitol Hill home on Saturday night. Graham had just returned from a trip to Ukraine and was due to appear on NBC's Meet the Press on Sunday morning, according to the network. But he kicked the bucket instead. Graham, who turned 71 on Friday, had been a senator since 2003 and ran for the Republican presidential nomination in 2016. Shortly after news of his death emerged, President Trump hailed Graham as one of the greatest people and senators I have ever known in a post on his Truth Social account. Now, you know it don't take much to impress Trump. All you got to do is kiss his ass. All you got to do is do whatever he says do. All you got to do is acquiesce to him and his demands, and you are one of the greatest people ever. It don't take much to impress him. All you got to do is be loyal to him. Damn your family, damn your wife, damn your husband, damn your children, damn the American people. Just be loyal to him, and you can get that. And you too can get a glaring statement from him when you pass. Senate Majority Leader John Thune said, "My heart is heavy." He got a heart? I ain't know he had a heart. Anyway, my heart is heavy this morning to learn the passing of my friend and colleague, Senator Lindsey Graham. He was a strong advocate for the United States and a strong ally to freedom-loving countries across the globe. He believed in the might of America to achieve good in the world and dedicated his life to advancing that cause, Thune said. These people really don't believe the stuff they say. They just say what they need to say to they say what they need to say to just to get the people to relax. They try to rock you to sleep with these words. They just want to rock you to sleep. And a lot of people fall for it. Graham was a prominent supporter of Israel and Ukraine and an opponent of Iran. Lindsey Graham has earned a reputation as a conservative problem solver and one of the strongest proponents of robust national defense, his website said, adding that he consistently pushed for outcomes in the war on terror that protect our long-term national security interests. Let's stop right there. Lindsey Graham has earned a reputation as a conservative problem solver and one of the strongest proponents of a robust national defense. Lindsey Graham has earned a reputation as a conservative problem solver. He earned a reputation as a conservative problem solver. I don't see it. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to recall right now. When did I come to realize he had earned that reputation? Lindsey Graham was a big government Republican and a warmonger. That's what Lindsey Graham was. The state of South Carolina is better without him. They often say a pair of lips would say anything. A pair of these would say anything also. These people get on here and type anything. They'll type anything. They'll say anything. They care nothing about the truth. They know damn well he was not some conservative, what's the language they use? Problem solver. They know damn well he wasn't a conservative problem. He wasn't any kind of problem solver. He was a problem maker. That's what he was. While Graham was a staunch supporter of President Trump in recent years, that had not always been the case. During his brief run for presidency in 2016, Graham withdrew his candidacy before the primaries began. He said the GOP would get destroyed if it nominated Trump, adding, "And we will deserve it." So that was the true Lindsey Graham at that point, right? When he was going up against Trump. But once he saw he couldn't win, boy, he got all up under he went to chasing Trump butt naked with his tongue hanging out. Just running full speed, bumping into his ass. Just Yeah, that was Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham represented the worst of America, the worst of what America represents, the worst of what America can be. Lindsey Graham represented that, the worst. Lindsey Graham was a show pony with zero unbreakable ideological values, bending to whatever and whoever could help him out with his political aspirations. That's right. I told you, I'm gonna cook. I'm cooking. I'm cooking. Lindsey Graham blew whichever way the wind blew to help him with his political aspirations and to help him remain in the news and relevant. He did whatever he had to do to be relevant, to be in the news. He was the polar opposite of a profile courage, of a profile in courage. He was the polar opposite of that. And American politics and America, period, is going to be better without him. It's another one we waiting on. We waiting to get the news, for him. We can't wait. I guess we can wait because we are waiting. But you know what you picking up what I'm putting down, right? Everybody was waiting to hear the announcement, the official announcement of Mitch McConnell being dead. Lindsey goes to show you how much of a media how much of a media hog he was. He jumped in front of Mitch. No, I want to go first. I'm gonna go first. This is big news. I need to go first. Lindsey Graham has earned a reputation as a conservative problem solver and one of the strongest proponents of a robust national defense. That is some funny stuff. Lindsey Graham was a closeted man who voted against gay rights and he supported fascist policies of the Trump administration. That's who Lindsey, I'm telling you, fam, I studied him. I know him. I know him good. I studied him. He ain't nothing like these lies that's being told right now. Nothing. He's the polar opposite of that. He's the antithesis of that. Like all politicians, or damn near all politicians, Lindsey Graham did and supported whoever could contribute to his career. No love lost here, man. No love lost whatsoever. I will give him the same thoughts and caring that he gave federal workers in the LGBTQ community. I give him the same thoughts. I'm going to give him the same thoughts and caring that he gave the Black community. I'm going to give him the same thoughts and caring that he gave legal immigrants. Now, as for his family, hey, I can reserve a little something for that because besides his wife, his mom and daddy, who I'm sure are dead now, family really didn't have nothing to do with him. They couldn't control his actions. And I say besides the wife, because was he even married? Let me see. Because I know he liked them, like messing with them bars and stuff. I know that. You know, he probably. There you go. So he never married. Because you know they'll get married and try to keep them over here, and then while they over here living an alternative life. So I thought maybe he would have had like a maybe like an Asian wife or something like that. Kind of like how Mitch did it. Got him something to hook up a business deal. The business deal type marriage. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Do y'all remember in 2015 when Lindsey Graham was trying to become president, when he knew he was going to try to run for president? He called Trump a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot. Every accusation is a confession. He called Donald Trump, your president, a race-baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot. And that's exactly who he was. In fact, that's Trump's whole cabinet. That's damn near every member of Congress. And if you really want me to call a strike and a ball, fam, Lindsey Graham's mind was gone long time ago, just like Mitch. His mind had been gone a long time ago. They are the reason why term limits and mandatory retirement should be mandated. They're the reason. Do nothing but harm America politicians are what they were, both of them. This is why people scream term limits and mandatory retirement. The only problem is we so far in, we gave them too much power, family. We gave them too much power. They're never going to do that. There's never going to be term limits. There's never going to be term limits. There's never going to be mandatory retirement. Because guess what? The people who are in office got to vote for that. They have to vote against their best interest. They're not going to do that. This is why things are going to continue to get worse and worse and worse. One of the coldest moves they ever made, one of the coldest moves that Congress ever made, was to give themselves permission to not have to take money under the table or take that money from those brown bags. Now they got lobbyists. They were able to put lobbyists in between themselves and the bag. So now the lobbyists can go out and legally do their bidding and bring back the money, and they don't have to go to jail. They don't have to deal with none of that. So America is done. America is cooked, y'all. America is cooked. These people in Congress got too much power, gave them too much power. We gave them too much power, y'all. Senator Lindsey Graham was one of the most greedy, evil, corrupt Republicans ever. Yeah, this is a huge gain for the average American family. I'm telling you, this is a huge gain for the average American family. Now, the billionaire American families, hey, yeah, it's all good for them. But the average American family, this is good news. Graham was Trump's go-to for navigating policy and lining his pockets. Yeah. He was Trump's go-to. So that's why Trump is going to speak so highly of him. Trump speaking highly of you is not a big deal. Like, it's not really, when Trump speaks highly of somebody, it really should be frowned upon because you have to consider the source. If Trump speaks highly of you, you're probably a piece of shit. Yeah. That's right. That's right, y'all. That's the truth. It's a man without ethics or guiding principles. Lindsey Graham, a consummate hypocrite. That is what he was. A consummate hypocrite. This dude railed against people of alternative sexual orientation and color and claimed to detest the woke agenda. And I'm sure he himself was a raging homosexual the entire time. He was part of, Lindsey Graham was part of what is wrong with America, and certainly what is wrong with DC politics. And the Congress and the Senate. You got people say that, well, I didn't agree with his politics. I didn't agree with his politics and a lot of the bad things that he did, but I wish my condolences. I wish him condolences. Well, good for you. That is so sweet and angelic. Yeah. But it ain't godly, because my God is a vengeful God. Well, I can understand not agreeing with somebody's politics, but to celebrate their death. Okay, let's analyze that. Let's analyze that. People who say, I can agree about not agreeing with somebody's politics, about somebody's politics, but celebrating their death, that's different. Really? How did you feel when Donald Trump celebrated the death of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran's supreme leader? How did you feel about that? Were you still on Trump's side? That's my point. That's my point. You don't have a heart. You do not have a heart. You have an agenda. You pick and choose. You pick and choose when you want to make statements like that. A lot of y'all same people that's saying stuff like that, you wishing Carmelo Anthony would get the death penalty. I'm still, excuse me, y'all, I'm still trying to clear my throat. That's why I'm drinking this morning tea. I normally don't go live this early. I don't record this early, but I was moved to go live right now and share the word. I was moved to get on up. You know how sometimes you really don't get up early, but let's say it's a special occasion, or maybe you got some, got your little nieces and nephews at the house or something. You're gonna get up early and cook. I had to get up early and cook. Special occasion. Special occasion. Y'all remember what Obama said about Lindsey Graham? He said Graham was not the type of guy you want to have your back in a dark alley. Well put. There are people who are looking for a triple service. They're saying, Lindsey, Graham, McConnell, and fill in the blank. Fill in the blank, y'all. Graham, McConnell, Graham, McConnell. Lindsey Graham was everything. He's a prime example of everything that was wrong with, or that is wrong with Washington politics. Looks like the swamp is finally draining. And you know what trips me out about these Trump supporters? All of a sudden they gain a heart when somebody on the right dies. Something tragic happened to somebody on the right. All of a sudden they gain a heart. They are all of a sudden it's, well, he had his faults like others, but I think it's disgusting and pathetic for the TDS libs to cheer someone's death. That's all they do is cheer the death of Trump's enemies. That's all they do. Every day. You never hear of one of Trump's enemies dying or something bad happening to a Trump enemy, and Trump supporters go in and say and try to calm the other supporters down who are typing vile things, leaving vile comments and making vile statements. You never hear them trying to talk them off the ledge. They're like a mob. They encourage each other. They're trying to one-up each other on the insults. You never hear them going into the comment section, infiltrating the comment section, and trying to bring some type of empathy or even sympathy. They never do that. But when it's the other way around, they go jumping in the comments talking about, I think it's disgusting and pathetic from the TDS libs to cheer on somebody's death. I know y'all. I studied y'all. You can't get over on me. I studied you. I know you well. I know how you're going to get down. I know what you're going to say before you even say it. Now, full transparency. My mama always told me, if you don't have something nice to say about somebody, don't say nothing at all. No, I'm lying. My mama was a fool with it. My mama didn't give a damn. My mama wanted to say something, she said it. She ain't give a damn what the situation was. If she ain't like it, she ain't like it. And she gonna let you know. She would let you know. Lindsey Graham preached this eulogy already. So the comments that you see on Lindsey Graham, that's what people think of him. That they think of that. They think of him like that because that's the way he lived his life. That's the way he lived his life. And so those are the type of comments he's going to get. Whatever way that he lived his life, that's the way people are going to respond to his death. Y'all remember when Malcolm Jamal Warner died? Remember how universal the compassion and empathy was for his death? But full transparency, he was one of the few. Well, I literally didn't see like one negative comment on any type of post. It was just all praise, all good. I'm sure somebody said something negative, but Malcolm, he preached this eulogy by the way that he lived his life. Like all of us, we all preach our eulogy by the way that we live our life. When it's time for me to go, I know it's going to be some uncivilized mutts having a field day. Every dog has his day, right? So, but I'm at peace with who I am as a person because I'm solid and I'm consistent. They're not consistent. They're not solid. They're hypocrites. See? And they're liars, right? They're liars. Not me. Not me. I call a strike and a ball. I love all y'all that love me. And I hate all y'all that hate me. It's pretty simple. So I really wouldn't give a damn about what a sucker got to say, because he's a sucker. And suckers say bad things about all good people. Haters are always going to hate on something. So I don't even worry about them. I know the uncivilized mutts going to have something to say about me. But I think overall I've done more good than bad. So, I think that the people that got good energy and got good energy from me is going to outweigh the uncivilized mutts. I saw somebody say it in the comments, you don't like him because he's a Trump supporter. Well, that's one of the reasons. But here's the thing. Believe it or not, I got friends who are Trump supporters. I got some family members who are Trump supporters. I like them. I got family that I love who are Trump supporters. I just don't like that they support Trump. You dig what I'm saying? I don't like that they support him. But yeah, see, I'm not like emotional like that. I can separate it. I can separate the person, the individual from their politics, right? It's some people that's involved in politics, family. They don't even know why they on this side or that side. Some people vote one way just because that's the way they were raised. And some people hear one thing and they like one person, and because they like that person, they start voting for whatever party that person is part of. People involved in politics for a lot of different reasons. For people to be playing with this thing is serious, and they're right, but you're not going to change that. You're not going to change the people who are political couch potatoes. You're not going to change that. You're not going to change the casual observer of politics. You're not going to change that. You're not going to change the people who are on the fence or the people who don't want to be involved in the political process at all. You're not going to change that. So you're going to be hurting your head trying to figure all that out. I say, rock with the people who rocking with you and just keep it moving. Because otherwise you're going to hurt your head. Trying to get somebody who is a Trump supporter to convert, you're wasting your time. Just let them keep losing and they'll convert like a lot of Trump supporters have done over the last year and a half. It's a whole lot of them thought they were safe until they lost their jobs. They thought they were safe till they lost their job. They thought they were safe till their gas hit $10, $8, $7. They thought they were safe till that dozen of eggs cost, I don't know, what it was, $6 or something now? Yeah. Yeah, but when they lost their jobs, that was the big wake-up call. It was a whole lot of Trump supporters who thought it was sweet. They thought they were safe till they lost their jobs. Trump came in day one, no mercy, firing federal workers. Man, do you know how secure federal jobs are? You get in on a federal position, you got to go out there and commit a crime that your bosses don't agree with, and you got to get busted. You got to commit the crime and get busted. And it looked like everybody gonna go down, so they got to throw you under the bus. That's the only way you lose a federal job. Once you get in on the federal level, you in. Man, he fired all of those people. Who fires entire hundreds of air traffic controllers, thousands of air traffic controllers? Who does that? But when he started doing it, he fired all those farmers. And those fools still continued to vote for him. If you're just not joining us, fam, Senator Lindsey Graham has passed. Let us pray. Okay, that's enough. Lindsey Graham didn't like y'all. Lindsey Graham did not like y'all. I don't care who you are. We know he didn't like black people. We know that he did not like immigrants, legal immigrants. But he also did not like white people. Let me talk to my white people right quick. Let me take this uncivilized mud off the screen. Let me just explain. Let me talk directly to my white people. If Lindsey Graham, Donald Trump, Mitch McConnell, and the rest of those goons, if they like you so much, I'm talking about white people specifically, if they like you so much, why isn't your life better today than it was yesterday? Why do you still fear so much? Why do you live in a constant state of fear? Why do you live in a constant state of uncertainty? Why don't you have life as good as you want life to be for you? Now, it's easy to see that them boys got it made over there. It's easy to see they stuffing their pockets. They got security. They got the biggest houses. They go to all of the major events. They get invited to everything. They got the life. But you can't get none of that. All you can do is be able to look at them and live vicariously through them. That's the best you can do. If they loved you so much, if they like you so much, wouldn't your life be a lot better? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If they like you so much, wouldn't your health be better? Wouldn't you be able to afford health care and not even worry about it? Wouldn't you be able to send those kids? Wouldn't you be able to wake up and not have to worry about how you're going to come up with that tuition money for your kids' college? Wouldn't you feel safe? See, that's the biggest piece right there. I know a lot of people think the money is the biggest piece, but let me tell you something. Health is wealth. I know millionaires who were on their deathbed who would have gave up all their money just like that to be healthy, to live longer. So we have our priorities wrong, all mixed up until we don't have a choice. And now it's health or wealth. And the money don't even matter no more. Hell, when you get in a certain position in life, if you're ill, you get to a certain position, you don't even know how much money you have. You don't even know where your money at. You don't even know you got some money. That's how bad it can get. So health is number one. That's number one. You got people that work 30, 40 years, faithfully do their job, make all that money, save all that money, and give it all back to the doctors. Give it all back to the doctors in the hospitals. Trying to live, trying to get it, trying to fight off that illness. Going to doctor's appointments 3 times a week, 4 times a week. Their whole life is doctor appointments and medication. You don't want that. So some of y'all got that. I'm talking about you Trump supporters. You got that. You got that life. These are things that they could actually help you with, but they're not going to do it because they don't care nothing about you. This racial division that they sow, they ain't tripping on nobody getting up and starting to air it out and shoot everybody and all. They don't care about that because they know they're not going to get hit. They're over there in Capitol Hill. They flying first class. They don't even have to go through the airports and deal with all of that stuff. They jumping on private planes. You got to go through it, not them. So they can literally take the pin off the grenade, throw it, and then let us create the chaos and leave it up to us to fend for ourselves. And that's where we are right now, y'all. We're all fending for ourselves right now. But they created the climate. Congress, your elected officials created that climate. Because leadership starts at the top and it trickles down. Leadership starts at the top and it trickles down. If Congress was righteous, the American people overall would be righteous. If Congress was, if Congress was good, overall, the American people would be good. But because we wake up every day watching these animals, these uncivilized mutts go at each other's throat and do all kinds of diabolical things to stuff their pockets and sell us out, it has a negative effect on us. And sometimes we don't even make the connection. We don't even understand that, oh, I feel this way because I feel like I'm in this by myself. I feel this way because I feel like nobody cares. I feel this way because they told me that it's that group that took my jobs. I feel this way because they told me it's that group that's responsible for the decay of America, of American society. Oh, that's why I feel this way. See, we don't make that connection. Those uncivilized mutts in Congress, they're the ones. They're the ones who allow police officers to have qualified immunity. They're the ones who allow the prosecutors to suppress evidence that could exonerate innocent people. They're the ones who give these judges latitude to sentence somebody to 5 or 99 years. That's too much power for one person to have. You can do that. One person gets to decide whether a person gets 5 years or 99 years. That's too much power. They're the ones who maintain the system of the clan jury. And I say clan jury because most juries across all jurisdictions are predominantly white. And when the prosecutor gets a case and they take it in front of the grand or the clan jury can decide whether a case even make it to court in the first place or not. The clan jury can decide, we're not going to take that. No, we're not. We vote to not indict. So the indictment never even gets filed because the clan jury has already decided that we don't think that case is worth bringing to trial. The deck is stacked, y'all. The deck is stacked. Lindsey Graham was a horrible person. First, he hated Trump. Next thing you know, he's swinging from his disco balls. First, he hated Trump. Then he loved Trump. Then he hated Trump again. Then he loved Trump again. You know, waiting for a spine donor can be extremely grueling. I just find it I find it nauseating that when people die, all of a sudden people want to say nice things about them. Lindsey Graham was a spineless coward who only said and did whatever benefited him. That was Lindsey Graham. He hated Trump, but he needed Trump, so he consistently kissed his butt. That was Lindsey Graham, and everybody knows it, including Trump, including Lindsey Graham. Let me pull up Trump's comments on Lindsey Graham. Let me see. I have to go to his failed Truth Social network to find it. I want to go straight to the source. Let's see. What did he say? Let's hear these lies. Oh, here's a lie. Oh, he didn't. Oh, look at this, y'all. I think you'll find this interesting. This is what Trump had to say about Senator Lindsey Graham. Let's see, we're going to get that out of there and add, let's see, we'll add him right here. Where is it? Is that it? Okay, here we go. Senator Lindsey Graham, one of the greatest people and senators I have ever known, is dead. He was always working and was a true American patriot. Lindsey will be greatly missed. Details and arrangements to follow. So sad, President Donald J. Trump. What do y'all notice about this message, fam? Can anybody chime in here. What stands out about that message the most? Besides the lie. Besides the lie. What stands out mostly about this message? Boom. You beat everybody right there to the punch right there. Who said that? Coupon. Coupon mama. It's not a novel long. Exactly. Exactly. He'll write a novel about Obama, an Obama speech. He'll write a novel about a crowd that didn't show up. He'll write a novel about the rain, the weather being good or bad. But his so-called friend, one of the greatest people and senators he has ever known, only gets 1, 2. Let's see, what is that? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Only gets 4 sentences, short sentences also. His friend, one of the greatest people that he's ever known. Trump didn't give a damn about this dude. He didn't give a damn about him. I'm sure he didn't write this anyway. Trump don't write none of this stuff anyway because too much of the grammar is correct. And Trump, he I think that this is AI that writes his statements. Because, you can tell AI to just write it like Trump would write it and make sure you use at least 3 to 4 all cap words. You can train AI to write exactly like you would write, or at least very closely. Senator Lindsey Graham, one of the greatest people and senators I have ever known, is dead. One of the greatest people. That's why I told y'all, fam, it don't take much to impress Trump. He called Lindsey Graham one of the worst human beings ever. God didn't even make Lindsey Graham. God was starting on it, and he kept on. He was like, damn, I can't get it right. I can't get it right. And he threw it in the trash can, and the devil came through and said, come with me, my child. I will find a permanent place for you. Dress cool. Oh, man. Yeah, man. What's up, Chuck Diesel? China Carter is in the building. What's up, China? Y'all show China some love, man. She be doing the moderating, keeping uncivilized mutts at bay so we can have some good public discourse here. And as I say always, fam, I don't mind people disagreeing with me. Just since you come into my platform to disagree with me, just do it respectfully. That's it. That's it. You can do. I ain't tripping on people disagreeing with me. Hell, sometimes people support me, disagree with me. So I'm not taking this thing that I wouldn't be mad at that. Hell, especially if you can teach me something. I like learning. So even if you don't agree with me and you still support me, if you can tell me something, man, I can learn. I love learning. I learn from a baby. I can study a baby and learn from a baby. So, I'm not so full of myself where I can't learn something. I like learning new stuff. Sometimes they like to say, well, you don't like him because he support Trump, or you don't like, I wonder if Lindsey was murdered. Because I heard like the Epstein files was starting to resurface. Y'all ever notice how every time the Epstein files start climbing the top of the news cycle, something really, really big happens? 71 dies all of a sudden. And the trip part about it too is, I don't know if y'all notice this, but these evil, demonic people live to be 80s and 90s all the time. For him to drop that set, look at Trump, 80. Trump hit 80, right? But these evil and demonic politicians, they live to hit them 80s and 90s routinely. For Lindsey to die at 71 suddenly, I think it's a little, you just never know. But you don't know what's behind it. It just seems a little suspicious to me. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Seems a little suspicious. Seems a little suspicious. You never know what these guys got going on, though, fam, because these people are wicked. You are dealing with wicked people. And do you also know that, I think Trump, he owes Lindsey Graham a debt of gratitude because Lindsey Graham supported him in those Epstein files. Lindsey Graham, he shielded Trump. He, along with Mitch McConnell, they shielded Trump from prosecution and oftentimes persecution. Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham was some of Trump's greatest allies, and they protected him from accountability over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. This feels like the victim of a domestic violence finally realizing that their abuser is gone and they don't have to suffer anymore. That's about the best way that I can conclude that, fam. Yeah, it feels like the victim of a domestic violence, abuser is finally gone. That's kind of like what it feels like. Lindsey Graham is a guy this guy praised John McCain. He praised Joe Biden. He called Trump a POS. And then he turned around and stabbed everyone in the back and became a Trump bootlicker. How can you respect that? How? I mean, people should have some type of, that should be a bar, There should be a bar that people aspire and say, you know what, man, nah, I'm not doing that. I can't do that. I can't respect that. You shouldn't just because somebody has a position, they got a powerful position, that's all that matters to you because you're trying to get some favors and you're trying to get in good with them. And so you ignore all of that. Lindsey Graham did a whole lot of harm to this country. He did a lot of harm to this country by being complicit and not standing up for our country. That's right, I said it. He didn't stand up for our country. He did not have a spine when dealing with Donald Trump. But my hope is that his family can find some peace. I'm sure that his family didn't really like him. Many people in his family really didn't like him, because if he could be that type of person in public, imagine what kind of person he was in private. I know if he was my family member, I wouldn't respect him. I just wouldn't respect somebody like that. I'm one of those people who think that the sum is greater than the part. So I think the group, what's best for the entire group, what's best overall for the nation. I'm not thinking like what's best overall for just me. How can I just get mine? I don't even know how a person live a life like that. I don't even know how you live in a way where you're so self-serving that you don't care what happened to other people. And that's your lot in life. Like your whole thing in life is what you can get for yourself and how you can stuff your pockets. And then when you die, that's all you got. Like that's the legacy you cool with leaving. That's Lindsey Graham's legacy. That's the legacy he leaves behind. And that's the legacy he wanted to leave behind. Because if he didn't want to leave that legacy behind, he had an option. He had choices. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, fam, but these evil, demonic, uncivilized mutts are starting to drop like flies. They are dropping. The only problem is these evil, uncivilized mutts have raised minions who are coming up who wants to take their place, and they're just like them. Some of them are even more evil. That's the only problem with that. There are others. They can't wait to take their place and continue the devil's work. Let me tell you something, fam. I think after seeing Lindsey Graham literally cheer when Donald Trump spoke of eradicating Iran off the map, y'all remember that? This dude, he literally cheered. So I say that because he literally cheered Trump mentioning eradicating the entire country of Iran off the map, I'd say America is a better place. And America is a safer place without Lindsey Graham. You can't have people in these type of positions who are advocating dropping a nuclear bomb on a country and wiping out 90 million people. These are human goddamn beings. And they acting like they playing a game of GTA. Like this ain't real. Like these aren't real human beings. People with noses and eyes and legs and hearts and livers and kidneys and lungs. Like these aren't people who have children and parents and grandparents and real friends and goals and aspirations. He's just laughing and giggling the whole time. Like, yeah, wipe him off the map. Yeah. Lindsey Graham turned his back on America a long time ago. He turned his back on morals, and he became Donald Trump's #1 ass kicker and liquor. Ass kisser and liquor. His sister seemed to be a good person. The sister, she seemed to be a good person. But Lindsey Graham, hell no. I'm surprised Donald Trump ain't started saying something about how the Democrats killed Lindsey Graham. I guarantee you, if he starts saying it, these damn Trump supporters will believe him. All he got to do is say it; they'll believe it. It don't matter what he says. Lindsey Graham was one of the most deprived, cowardly politicians and dangerous men in this country, and he is gone. And this country is a better place without him. If I had one question to ask Lindsey Graham right now, that question would be, how's the temperature down there? Told y'all I was going to cook this morning. I told you. Told you. I know it's hot. Well, that comment is working overtime for Independence Day. And so here's the thing, fam. There are people out there right now who I saw a couple of comments too. There are people out there who are commenting things like it's wrong to celebrate somebody's death. That's wrong. It's wrong. The reason why I do not believe you, I do not trust you, the reason I believe you are a hypocrite is because on a daily basis, Donald Trump, your president, celebrates the death of others. He was just talking, was it yesterday or day before, about how he killed Iran's supreme leader and how he killed this and he killed his people. He's like always talking about killing people. And I never see people from the right going into the comments saying, oh, Mr. President, that's not wrong. I support you, Mr. President, but that's not right. I wouldn't celebrate the death. They never do that. This is why I don't respect y'all. I don't respect you at all because you're a hypocrite. If you got a problem with people celebrating the death of others, you should be consistent. Because I know Donald Trump is. Donald Trump is very consistent with people celebrating the death of others, as long as others are cool with him. As long as he's cool with those others, it's cool. But if he's not, he's celebrating right along with them. I remember when Lindsey Graham and McCain and Lieberman all worked together, and it looked like it appeared that Lindsey Graham was, was a decent guy, at least decent, right? He seemed to be a decent senator until Trump came along. And then he became a sociopath, like the rest of MAGA. Too bad he couldn't think for himself. It's something about Trump. When they talk about Trump derangement syndrome, they typically talk about people who oppose Trump. But really, Trump derangement syndrome is more, it should be more aimed at the people who support him, because there's something wrong with these people. It's like they can be one way, they can think this way, they can be totally against Trump. And once they get on Trump's side, it's like something happens in them where they just swing from them disco balls, man. They be swinging from them disco balls with their tongue hanging out, man. They just, I mean, it's like he cast some type of spell on them or something. Let's see. I'm going into the comments, y'all. Let's see what y'all saying. Cub man, all dumb Donald's camp need to go to jail before they go to hell. And don't forget that Kennedy monster. Who is it? Yehuda? I think it's Yehuda. It's called A Strong Delusion, written of in the book of Revelation. User WJ2MG says we can celebrate justice of someone who has power dying and their actions are not biblical by oppressing the poor and supporting ideology that does harm to others. Let me tell you something, family. There's an old Oscar Wilde quote that says, some people, what did he say? He said, some people, he said, some men improve the world by leaving it. That's the quote. Did y'all hear what I said? Some men improve the world by leaving it. I ain't got no problem with that. Oscar Wilde was a cold dude. That dude got some of the greatest quotes in history, assuming that he actually, assuming that he actually said those quotes, because there's been so much theft and misappropriation of statements and comments and messages and letters over the years. It's hard to really say who said what, who did what. I've even seen some of my comments, some of my quotes be misrepresented. Yeah. Yo, y'all. Somebody just reminded me, who said that? Carlos. Appreciate you, Carlos. Thanks for the update. Charlie Murphy. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday to Charlie Murphy. One of the greatest storytellers in the history of comedy. Charlie Murphy, happy birthday, brother. Greatly missed. I met Charlie, had a chance to kick it with him a couple times. Good dude. Funny thing about Charlie, you get around Charlie because he would the type of dude would just suck up everything. He pay attention to everything. He's really, really good with details. You be thinking, okay, I'm gonna make sure I don't give Charlie Murphy a moment, because he's gonna let everybody know what happened, and he's gonna paint the picture as clear as if it was an actual a video or something that was being played. Yeah, Charlie Murphy was something else. I like Charlie Murphy. The Rick James piece was the part. Nah, well, then again, maybe the Prince piece. When you tell the story about Prince playing basketball with him and Eddie Murphy, and he said it was the shirts against the blouses. That was on the Dave Chappelle show. Funny, funny, funny. But the Rick James piece, Charlie Murphy, hey! Ooh, he said Rick James punched him in the face, and then he went back to Rick James' house. He went to Rick James' house later on that night and beat him up. Charlie Murphy was a funny, funny dude. And I'm gonna tell you what I like, what I really appreciate. I appreciate that Charlie Murphy, when he died, people didn't just say Eddie Murphy's brother. It's like he had carved out his own niche and a name for himself that he could stand on his own. And that was beautiful because he did put the work in. Charlie Murphy. Happy birthday, brother. R.I.P. Now let's get back to this uncivilized mutt. If you're just joining us, fam, Senator Lindsey Graham went into a cardiac arrest on yesterday night. He was rushed to the hospital where he succumbed to the demon that was inside of him that could no longer live. He is dead at the age of 71. He will not be missed. What's up, Eric Johnson? That's right. Smash up the likes, y'all. What's up, Connie? Smash those likes up, family. Make sure also that even when I'm not on live, you're smashing up the likes. The best way to do it, fam, so you don't forget, as soon as you click on one of my videos, just hit the like button. It don't matter what I'm talking about. I'm bringing news you can use. I'm dropping this information for y'all. So you're not liking the video because you agree with what I'm saying. You're liking the video because you appreciate me taking my time out of my busy schedule to bring you this news and this information to get you up to date on what's going on in this wild, crazy, beautiful world. Just like with this story right here, I had other things to do this morning. But when I heard this dude died, first thing came to my mind, I said, God is good. You know, but I gotta be frank about this though, family. I gotta be frank about this because God is good, but God ain't good all the time. I gotta say, that's right. I said it. God ain't good all the time, because if he was, he wouldn't have let this sucker get away with all that stuff he did. Yeah, man, he wouldn't have let him get away. This dude hurt America. This dude, his policies hurt Americans. His policies hurt Americans. He was a do-nothing politician who did nothing to help Americans. I wonder if this is what Trump was talking about when he said, "Make America great again." Family, today we lost one of the worst senators in Congress, and America will only be better for it. Unfortunately, it took his death to remove this clinging cancer and not voters. So you gotta question the people in South Carolina who allowed him to be in office that long, who kept going back voting for this dude. You gotta really wonder what kind of people are in South Carolina. What type of people? Now I know it's not all South Carolinians, just like we keep getting Greg Abbott, the governor. We keep getting him. So it's not all, obviously it cannot be all. But it does make you wonder what kind of people are in Texas. What kind of people will keep vote for this? Voting for him one time is enough, but to vote for this dude time and time again, what kind of people are we dealing with here? I was thinking about it. I was thinking I had actually had a little private talk with Lindsey Graham after I heard of the news of his death. And I said to myself, Lindsey, once you get down there, man, get comfortable and, make some room for Mitch. Make some room for Mitch. He's coming real soon. And so is that other guy. They'll be there soon enough. And make sure you take your red hats because they'll match well with your surroundings. This is what I'm thinking. These are some of the things I was just thinking. I'd be thinking out loud sometimes, like Ed Sheeran. And, stuff just be coming in my head. Amazing Love. What's up? Nubian Queen. Very happy Mondays. That's right. That's right. He did say, Chuck, what's up, Chuck Wagon? He did say he was going to talk to Mitch. We didn't. Chuck said he was going to talk to Mitch. I didn't know he meant like this. Went down there and talked to Mitch. Hey, Mitch, what's up, baby? What's up, baby? We out here making hell great again. I'm down here making hell great again. What's up, baby? What's up, baby? You seen Trump? Yeah, Marjorie. If she, no, Marjorie, she got out of the game, man. She out of the game, man. We probably won't see her for another 20, 30 years or so. But it's all good, baby. It's all good. Vicky Slaughter, what's up?
Now, y'all know there's a number of people who are hoping for a trifecta. They're hoping for a trifecta. Um, so you got Lindsey, you got Mitch, and there's one other dude. Everywhere I look, I see people they're praying for this trifecta. Yeah. They're praying for a trifecta this week. They want a trifecta this week. Lindsey, Mitch, because these type of things happen in threes anyway. They happen in threes. So Lindsey was scheduled to meet the press today. He had an appearance on Meet the Press. Instead, Lindsey said he's going to meet his maker. Change of plans. Going to meet his maker. The devil. Let's see. Now, family, I haven't been able to confirm this, but rumors are that Lindsey Graham died. The part of the house that Lindsey Graham died of was the closet. So Lindsey Graham died in the closet. These are rumors, fam. I have not been able to substantiate this yet, but this is what I'm hearing. Lindsey Graham died in the closet at his house. This is news coming straight out of Fifth Ward. Yeah. Uh-huh. The Confederacy has lost another senator. And it looks like they're going to lose another one real soon. So, question is, who are the slaveholders that will step into their shoes next?
Just trying to see if I can find an update here, fam, on this dude. I keep going back to that 2015 CNN interview where Lindsey told CNN that Trump was a race baiting, xenophobic, religious bigot. He said he didn't represent my party. He doesn't represent the values that the men and women who wear the uniform are fighting for. Yeah, I guess it's pretty stressful being a sycophant. You know, the thing about Lindsey Graham, fam, is that Lindsey Graham crossed the line so much that I can't even pinpoint one thing that he did that was the most damaging to the American people. He was an habitual line stepper. I mean, he 1000%. Once Trump put him over there in that corner, man, he was swinging from Trump disco balls left and right, and he had sold all the way out. That's a damn shame to live your life like that, man. To live the type of life where you just acquiesce to one man's demands and you just bow down and kiss the ring and get on your knees and suck him up like that. That's just Lindsey was reprehensible. As simple as that. He was reprehensible. I did feel something this morning, fam. When I woke up, I felt like it was how sometimes every day you wake up is a good day, right? But every day above ground is a good day. But sometimes you wake up and you just feel it. You just feel like, man, today's going to be a great day. You just feel it. Then you get on your phone and you go, oh man, it happened. Wouldn't it be nice, like, if every time somebody sold out to people, immediately they just check out? That would be something. That would be interesting. Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell was a big part of why those Epstein files didn't come out. They shielded Trump. They protected him. They did not want those files to come out. They did everything they could for those files to not come out. Let me see if I can get an update before I shut it down. Let's see. Let me see. Lindsey Graham kicks the bucket. Let's see. Trying to find the latest. Give me the latest. Yeah, 71 is young for these monsters to check out because they normally, they got the best health care. They got, the best everything. So they get to extend their lives more often than the average American can. Sometimes their privilege is so great that they can die and they won't pronounce them dead. Where is the latest? They keep saying he died, Lindsey Graham died after a brief and sudden illness. I don't think it was brief and sudden. I think the dude been ill for a long time. I think he's been ill for a long time. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. R.I.P. Lindsey Graham. Y'all let me know what the P stand for. No more talk.